Glad to have you with us from Charlotte, North Carolina, Jerry Richardson Stadium. It's the Army Black Knights and the Charlotte 49ers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Charlotte head coach pregame. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Charlotte's offense that has the first possession of the game. Coming onto the field for the first time today, Ja'Kyrion Turner, one of the better running backs in all of college football and a vital cog in this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed. He can break tackles. He can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off?
The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
3rd and 6 yards to go. White escapes the pressure to his right. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, White. Escapes the pressure going right. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize 4th down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the 1st down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by 4th down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
Just smothered on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses. And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
Makes the grab past the marker. They make the stop, and not before. He gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body. Let's take just a minute and talk about Charlotte. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
This is certainly one way to play great defense. Just play keep away with your offense. This drive will not end. Third down coming. They'll move the tight end. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. White from the gun on third down. Keeping his eyes downfield. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The 49ers will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Cadets offense will now get its first chance with the football. And now out to lead the attack is Cutter Boley. He's been able to put together a solid resume, and we're anxious to see what he can do in this one. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give to the fullback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Handoff to the single back. Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7. 3rd and long coming up. Dropping back, it's Boley. Here comes the heat. Just got rid of that one.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
He'll return it from the 50. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Charlotte's offense comes out to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. They've got a first down here to open the period. Throwing, White. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Second and long here. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Shoots it to the left. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. White from the gun on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Back's got it on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The 49ers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Buying time to his right. Fires downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, that's one of those as a quarterback. You're out on the perimeter of the field. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. You think you can fit it in there, but, man, you've got a lot of speed. And next time you're in that position, you might just decide to take off because you might just go score.
White from the gun on third down. They got him, and down he goes. And what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Trying to get in the corner. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Boley. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They'll need a bunch on second down. On the option. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So the 49ers offense ready to set up shop. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. The give to the back. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And the 49ers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now on the move. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Now on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Sells to fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Miller. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down. And dude chose...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Black Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Leaves it in his belly. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Pulls it. Hands it off. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. Back to pass, it's Boley. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? White. Setting up the screen. Got room at the 35. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Checking in with the Army head coach coming out of the locker room. Listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ball game. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe. They get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll send the back in motion. Look out! And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Punt is in the air. Making his first move. Slips through the line, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just...
It's a running room. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Turner. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Driven back.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They go play action with White. Moves to his right. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride him again. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Looking for a man. It's Boley. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Miller.
You're going to have to design something a little bit better than that, fellas. I mean, you're throwing the football, you get 1 yard, and that was not an easy catch by him. He toe-tapped, made sure he got his foot down, but I don't know if that was worth it for a 1-yard gain.
Quarterback keeps it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Black Knights will punt this one away. He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Gonna run it. It's Turner. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Turns into the pile. There he goes. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The 49ers will snap it on 1st and 10. White on the play action. Buying a little time to his left. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him. They're right.
It's a seam wide open, and he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Going to the run, it's Marshall. Touchdown Niners! And they've moved up front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. Finds his man on the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Black Knights lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. From the gun, it's Hayes. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback will keep it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He's going for a big play downfield. Holds it in on the left. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. The Black Knights will have it 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Rush is on. Touchdown, Black Knights. They move on top here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Throwing White. Rush right in his face. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
White from the gun on 3rd down. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run. Sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keep it on the ground. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. Fourth quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Sends it back in motion. Sticks it in his belly. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Keeps it himself. He's brought down, but enough to move the sticks one more time and to move this game into the win column. The offense set for a 1st down play. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.